Good evening, students. Today I am going to teach the demand pull inflation. What is inflation? You know very well. Steady increase in price level, sudden increase in price level. Now we are going to see about the demand pull inflation. Demand, it refers to need or want. Demand and supply, it play an important role to decide the level of inflation. Both demand and supply, that will play an important role to decide the level of inflation. Demand pull inflation, it refers to excess of aggregate demand over aggregate supply. Aggregate, total demand over total supply. In this situation, supply of goods and services will not be increased. That is, if the demand for commodity is high, and supply is low, that time price of commodity will increase. That is called demand pull inflation. That is, doubling of money supply will double the price level. That is called demand pull inflation. Next one is cost push inflation. That is the second one, cost push inflation. In developing economy, it is determined by the two factors. What are the two factors now? Wage push factor and profit push factors. Okay, if the cost of raw materials and other inputs increases, price will also increase. If the cost of raw materials and other inputs increases, the price will also increase. Then at the same time, increase in wages of workers also. It is also one of the reason for inflation. Okay. At the same time, wage push inflation, that is nothing but payment of higher wages paid to workers. This contributes higher cost of production. Then the employers, they will tend to raise the price. That is called cost push inflation. Next side heading is wage price spiral. What is that? It is useful to explain the reason and also effect of relationship between increasing wages, rising wages, and rising prices or inflation. Okay, that is called wage price level. That means when wage rises, producers, what they will do? They will include the wages in the cost of production. So their profits are not affected. As demand is inelastic, producers tend to raise the price. This will induce the workers to compensate. Workers demand higher wages to compensate for the price rise. That is called wage price spiral. Now next page you refer other types of inflation. What are all the other types of inflation? First one is currency inflation. Inflation means steady increase in price level. That means sudden increase of price level. Currency inflation, that means what now? Excess supply of money in circulation. Okay, supply of money is excess, high in circulation, that will lead to rise in price. That will lead to higher price. Next one is credit inflation. What is the credit inflation? What is that? Lending credit facilities, giving credit facilities by banks. At that time, supply of money increases, that will lead to inflation. Next one is deficit induced inflation. Deficit, that is nothing but shortage through printing of currency. It is that is deficit budget. Okay, is financed through printing of currency by the central bank. The result is inflation. Now next one is, fourth one is profit induced inflation. If the motive of the firm is to earn high profit, they will fix the price at high level. That is called profit induced inflation. Now fifth one is scarcity induced inflation. Scarcity, that is nothing but shortage. Shortage of goods due to decrease in the production of commodities. If there is production is very less, shortage will occur. That is called scarcity induced inflation. That is shortage of goods due to decrease in the production of commodities or due to hoarding and black marketing. Because of hoarding and also black marketing, that will also lead to inflation. Price level will increase. Now sixth one is tax induced inflation. Increase in indirect taxes like excise duty, customs duty, sales tax, etc. The result is inflation. Price will increase. Example, petrol and diesel. I think you all understood about the types of inflation. Now we are going to see the causes of inflation. What are all the reasons for inflation? First reason is increase in money supply. Supply of money. If increase in money supply, if the supply of money will increase, it will lead to increase in total demand, aggregate demand. So higher money supply, higher rate of inflation. That is the first reason. Second one, increase in disposable income. Disposable income, that is nothing but personal income actually available for spending. That is called disposable personal income. If disposable personal income increases, demand also increases. Demand also increases. If demand increases, what producers they will do now? They will increase the price level. They will increase the price level. Understood? Increase in national income and reduction in taxes or reduction in saving. If disposable income increases, demand also increases. At the same time, suppliers what they will do now? They will increase the price level. That is also one of the reason for inflation. Now the third one is increase in public expenditure, government expenditure. Government activities are expanding, increasing because of developmental activities and also society welfare programs. Okay, this will cause the price level high. That is also one of the reason. Next one, fourth one is increase in consumer spending. Consumer spending. The demand for goods and services increases. When the demand will increase now, if the credit facilities available. Credit facilities to buy goods on installment. Okay. Credit facilities, for what purpose they are getting? To buy goods on installment. At the time demand increases, so price also increases. Price also increases. Next one is, fifth one is cheap money policy. That is, it is one of the policy of credit expansion. Okay, it will lead to increase in money supply. That will lead to inflation. If money supply increases, it raises the demand for goods. That time price will also increase. That is the fifth cause, fifth reason. Now the next one is sixth reason, deficit financing. In order to meet more expenses, government borrow finance from the public and also print more notes. This increase aggregate demand in relation to aggregate supply. That is also one of the reason for inflation. Now the next one is black assets, activities and money. Black assets, activities and money. Existence of black money in circulation and black assets due to corruption that will lead to increase in aggregate demand. Black marketing and hoarding. If black marketing and hoarding is there in the community, there will be decrease in the supply of goods. Less supply of goods. Supply will be less. So the price will increase. Now, eighth one is repayment of public debt. Public debt, public loan. Repayment of public debt. That is the eighth one. Whenever government repays its past internal loan to the public, it will lead to increase in money supply. It will tend to raise the AD, aggregate demand, total demand for goods and services. That is also one of the reason for inflation. Next, last one is increase in exports. Export is nothing but sending goods to other countries. Sending goods to other countries. When exports are encouraged in the country, domestic supply of goods within the country, supply of goods will decline. So the price will rise. Price will increase. That is the last reason for inflation. These are all the causes of inflation. Causes of inflation. Now we are going to see the effects of inflation. What are all the effects of inflation? First effect on production side. If inflation is moderate level, medium level, it is incentive to the businessman and producers. So profit is because of increasing prices. Because of increasing prices. It encourages businessmen to increase their investment. So it will lead to generation of employment and income. Because of hyperinflation, the value of money, depreciation of value of money, it will discourage the savings. If the value of money decreases, it may even drain out from foreign capital already invested in the country. So, if I think all understood, 2 points I explained. Once again I will repeat. First point, effects on production side. First point, because of hyperinflation, depreciation of value of money there, so it will discourage the savings. Second point, if the value of money decreases, it may even drain out foreign capital already invested in the country. Third point, if capital accumulation is reduced, if capital amount accumulation is reduced, investment will also be affected. At the same time, volume of production will also be reduced. It will discourage the businessman to take risk in the business. Okay, that is the third point. Fourth point, it will lead to inflation leads to hoarding of essential commodities by the businessman and consumers also. It will lead to hoarding of essential commodities by the businessman and consumers also. Next, last one, inflation encourage investment. Then only producers, they will get more profit. These are all the effects of inflation on production side. Now next one is what? Distribution. Distribution side what? First one, debtors and creditors. During the inflation time, debtors, they will get gain, they will get profit. Creditors, they will get loss. Reason is What is the reason? Debtors borrowed when purchasing power of money was high. When they will borrow when the purchasing power of money was high. Then they repay loans when purchasing power of money is low because of inflation. Because of inflation. Next one, second one, fixed income groups. Fixed income groups. They want to face many difficulties during the inflation time. Fixed income groups, they want to face many difficulties during the inflation because their incomes being fixed. It do not bear any relationship with the increasing of cost of living. So examples are wage, salary, pension, interest and rent etc. Now next one, entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, one more name, organizers or changing agent of the society. Changing agent of the society. Entrepreneurs, it is boon to the entrepreneurs during the inflation time. Manufacture, they will get gain. Whether they are manufacturers or businessmen or merchants or traders. Okay, it is a tonic for them. They will experience windfall gain. Windfall gain. That is the third point. Now, fourth point. Next what? Fourth point. Investors. Investors invest in fixed interest, yielding bond and securities. They have much to lose during inflation. They will not get any gain. They will get loss only during the time of inflation. Okay. Those who invest in shares, they will get gain by rich dividends and appreciation in value of shares. Those who invest in shares, they stand to gain. They will get gain by the rich dividends. These are all the effects of inflation on production side and distribution side we have studied. Now, next, measures to control inflation. What are all the measures to follow to control sudden increase in price level, that is inflation? What measures we want to follow to control, to stop inflation? Keynes and Milton Friedman, they suggested 3 measures to stop and control the inflation. To stop and control the inflation. First one is monetary measure. Second one is fiscal measures. And the third one is other measures. You refer that paragraph. Monetary side, what are all the measures we want to follow? These measures were followed by the central bank of the country, Reserve Bank of the country. At the time what they will do? The bank, it will do now. First, it will increase the bank rate. Second measure adopted by central bank, sale of government securities in the open market. Next, CRR, higher cash reserve ratio, and SLR, statutory liquidity ratio. It will increase at that time. Next, consumer credit control. We have to stop the credit control. We have to limit that. Okay, next one, higher margin requirements. Next, higher repo rate and reverse repo rate, followed by central bank of our country at that time, during the time of inflation. If we follow these, we can control the inflation. Next one is fiscal measures. It is also one of the measures to control inflation. Fiscal measures. The major anti-inflationary fiscal measures, reducing the government expenditure. we want to reduce the government spending, and also public borrowing also want to reduce the public borrowing, and reduce the to enhance to increase the taxation. These are all the fiscal measures. Now the next one is what? Other measures. Other measures may be divided into two. One is short-term measure and the other one is long-term measure. Short-term measures and the other one is long-term measures. Short-term measures, public distribution of shortage of essential commodities, scarce essential commodities, important goods through shortage goods through fair price shops, that is rationing, that is very very essential. Whenever shortage of basic goods, government has to import and want to distribute, that time we can control the inflation. Next, long term measures. It will be needed to accelerate the economic growth. Some restrictions on present consumption, that will be very helpful for improving the saving and also investment. Once again I will repeat, long term measures, some restrictions may put on present consumption, that will be very helpful to improve saving and also investment, that will be very very helpful for accelerating the rate of economic growth in the long period. Till this it is enough today. Today's homework, Fisher's quantity theory of money. Learn well. Thank you.